Welcome to New Realities. My name is Steinfeld, and this program has been an investigation into this renaissance of spirituality that's coming to the planet at this time. It seems like we are now in the midst of waking up to new realities, to more of who we are. And in that, there are people and beings coming to assist in this major transformation. So I'm very happy to have with me today Nora Anderson, came down all the way from Toronto to be on this show, and she's a very special channel for some high-level beings who we will be talking to. But let's talk to Nora first. Hi, Nora.
Hi.
So you're Native American, and your Native American name is?
Nora WalksinSpirit.
Nora WalksinSpirit. And then you were a pretty normal person up until a certain point when this awakening happened in you, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
It just all of a sudden came over. Sacred languages, different languages started pouring through.
Mm-hmm.
Very peaceful,
Yes.
very loving, and not forceful, but just poured through.
Did that freak you out?
Yeah.
You didn't know what was happening?
No.
And you weren't into spirituality at all?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
And one day you just start to talk this gibberish, or, I mean, it's language. I know. I mean, it means something, but it's hard for other people to understand.
Yes.
But you understand what it means, right?
Not at the time.
But now you do.
Now I do. So I have the gift of interpretation.
Oh, so you speak and we'll hear some of that language, but what's the point? Is it something pure in the vibrations of the words that come through?
Yeah.
Of the sounds themselves?
Yeah. The frequency and the tone brings the essence of the presence of the being that's channeling through.
Uh-huh.
So it's a very, very, when it first started coming through back in the early 90s, it really was just, like you say, gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's, because I've been coming more and more intimate with it, it's now a very, very powerful frequency that comes through. And there's a tone and there's a vibration with it. My voice will fluctuate up and down, and that's the vibration that comes in.
So who are these beings and what do they want to tell us?
I think the first interesting being that came through was when I was in Machu Picchu.
Wow.
Up in Lake Titicaca. Very, very powerful being came in and said, I asked, who is this? And he said, we are the Isles.
The Isles.
Yeah, E-Y-L.
E-Y-L.
Yeah, and I said, what is it you're here for?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here? Why are you coming here? And he said, to elevate your lineages.
The human lineage.
Yeah, and elevate your levels.
Uh-huh.
And then the next ones came in last summer, even stronger, in Avebury Circle in England.
I've been there just last summer too.
Yeah, and there was a very strong being that came in, one of the stone structures, and then also in Stonehenge at sunset, some higher dimensional beings came in. They said they were the elongated, illumined ones.
But they're here for a special why do they feel? What's their essential message?
The message they came through was that they wanted to deliver to me highest infinite intelligence to raise the consciousness of mankind, and raise the consciousness that mankind consciousness, all the teachers, healers, light workers, sages, shamans, seers would come to know this higher consciousness and then develop it onto the other kingdoms on the planet.
This is what we're doing now.
Animal kingdom, plant kingdom, water kingdom, winged, and they need to feel man kingdom's consciousness so that they're not in fear.
So mankind's not in fear anymore. That we know that we are moving to...
We're in transition right now. We're in a transition of being enveloped of these beautiful love energy fields that are coming from thousands of these beings that are arriving.
You know, the big thing, and I think the most important thing, is we have to develop this facility, which you already have, to sense the subtle energies.
Yeah.
We have to develop that aspect of ourselves, so we're aware of the non-physical.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is also what you're teaching people in your work.
Right, and this is the book that I've just written called The Enlightenment Journal, which is going to teach people different techniques and different teachings will show them how to go into this absolute solid stillness where you can just feel that essence of the presence and then start shifting your consciousness field into their field and enveloping it.
And we as human beings start to merge with our divine essence.
Yeah, the divine being that's within you.
Starts to come forward.
Yeah.
Isn't it exciting?
It's just overwhelming that
I know.
that it's happening, and it's happening to more and more light workers and channels and
everyone, if they're open to. There's such a stigma in the culture, though, about allowing less and less, but this is the big shift that's happening, to go from people classifying, labeling people as less than, mentally ill, as those to mentally more aware, This is the transformation that we need to recognize in ourselves, that we can't listen to other people's labels, that we have to trust our own intuitive knowing about what's real.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me personally, and this is in my own growth spurt, since being in Stonehenge and Avery Circle last year, is to let go. So when you are in the stillness, as a medium or a channeler or a very gifted intuitive person, is just to really let go of the conscious mind and allow the intuitive beyond, which becomes the infinite consciousness field, allow that to start moving and taking its formation and its energetic field within your brainwave form. So before you would go and you'd get so far, you go, oh, that's enough. There's a little bit of fear, but a little bit of, okay, that's enough. I think I might have gone too far.
Right.
There was always the edge.
But now we're going over the edge.
Now we're going into realms beyond. When you get above that transitional point of stillness, the heightened, infinite, holiest of holies enters into that stillness, and then you go.
Thank you. That's a beautiful way of saying it.
Yeah. There's no holdbacks. You're just floating. It's just an essence. It's a spiral.
So we're going to tap into that essence. But before we do that, why did you want to come on the show? Why?
Just watching a number of different people that you have interviewed and the different varying topics, and just thinking I need to let these beings understand that I'm obedient to their call.
And their call is?
For me to speak and teach and send as much of this frequency of this energies to as many people as possible.
So we're going to do that. No, thank you, and they're anxious to do that.
I think they're ready, because they know that the planet is, the consciousness on the planet has shifted. And it's ready to move into an ascension frequency, and more people are becoming enlightened and aware of these energy fields around them, and they're transitioning, and these beings are saying, you must deliver the message that we bring to you.
And they're saying that to you. So, okay, so tell me what you do to get it, because you go into an altered state that allows your brain frequency to shift to access these other realms.
Yes.
So how do you do that? How do you particularly do it?
In just seconds.
But what do you do? What's your internal process? I'm just always curious.
In my own thoughts, I have a very powerful intimacy with them because I've been doing this for about 15 years.
Right.
So is the moment you're asking, they're here. There's you're speaking, they're saying, we're here.
Okay, let's just talk to them. Okay. Okay, so what's their most important message that they want to tell us about being the divine essence?
Of the divine essence?
Yeah, what's their most important message first, and then we'll talk about the divine.
Okay. To bring everybody into harmony and oneness.
Uh-huh. You didn't channel that. They told you. That was that channeling?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I was listening.
Okay, but do you want to just channel through?
Sure.
I mean, feel free to channel.
Okay. Mai chi tu kurmai te te chi ana de dq you hai da yo ai yoronomo mai chi tu. We are beings who walk mai chi tu nurabarandia on this planet, and are enveloping our frequencies on Mother Earth and on all footprints at this time.
So what can they do right now to the people that's watching? Speak directly to the people that's watching to change or help shift the frequency.
I am entering your heart. I am gifting you my presence. And I am aligning your frequencies to receive my light.
So
there's a column of light that pours through, down through the top of the head. For some people, it will be felt within their hearts, and for some people, it will go into their throats or third eye.
So this is what we should do right now as we listen to this voice. It's an alignment of light frequencies within the body.
Yes. Releasing energy blocks.
Mm-hmm. So what is this process of ascension? Can they actually address that? How we then, I guess we have to release the energy blocks in order for the light to come into the physical body.
The energy blocks in the main chakras they work with is the heart, throat, third eye, and crown.
Uh-huh.
Any blocks that are there, it prevents the frequency of the energies to come through.
Mm-hmm.
And that being cleared will allow you to just receive that higher consciousness.
So you want to work on me directly? I'll be
Sure.
willing. So, okay, let's say we're doing a session, then go ahead, just channel.
So what I would ask, what is it that Alan needs? To shift into enlightenment, and to shift projective energies to all whom he sits with. We are delivering energies and infusing frequencies to his consciousness field, outer body.
Are you doing it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Should I feel something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tu kurubayate, chihirano, ayatera yashiyamai, gore and shirano, deirano, durabayate. It is love, it is healing, and is releasing. Deirano vayataya, going down the spinal column, but they're shifting the left brain into a heightened right brain energy. There, you just let go.
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So there was a little bit of a block at the back of the brain, at the very back of the
I was
base.
holding on to an old way of thinking.
Yeah, and so what happens is, in order for you to move into this infinite consciousness of these beings, it cannot be the standard pattern or role of thinking. You have to be released, absolutely clear vessel, and just align with that frequency if you have a thinking pattern over here in the left brain, then what happens is it will stop them from entering. And so that's why we pulled that little thread out of the left brain and just went, you felt the energy field go through. So I shifted your consciousness. So now when you're going into a quietness, your guides can connect with you on a higher level now.
I feel a shift. What do they think about 2012, the big planetary? Is that a planetary shift for your guys?
We are in 2012 now.
We are.
Yes.
Well, what do they expect? Well, is this just an increase in the raising of the vibration?
The vibration on this planet's consciousness fields has already begun, child. Within this next 18 months, you will feel the shift in the consciousness in all the elements. We are working with man kingdom's consciousness, and will shift the elements' consciousness on a heightened state later in this year. And preparing for 2012 will just be a shift in consciousness fields.
When later this year will that shift start?
11th month.
11/11? Is that the date?
Yeah.
So from 11/11 to December 21st, 2012 is the intense time of major change.
Yeah, and it will be in very specific dates, and I can ask them the
Yes, please.
dates.
That's why we're here,
Okay.
to get specific.
We are many, many dimensional beings coming from many realms, galactic, cosmic, and realms beyond. There are hidden portals within the universes which have been awakening and opening to bring assistance to the ascension of this planet. And it has begun and will begin more intensely 7th month, 7th day of this year, 9th day, 9th month this year, preparing, opening gateways on the 10th month, and highest archways of new beginnings on the 11/11/11. After which, the highest gateway awakening, New Year, 12th day, in the first month, 4th and 4th day of the 4th month, 4 p.m. You will be ready, children, on the 8th day, the infinite month.
8th
So
day,
above,
8th month.
So above, so below, crossing over into a highest ascension field of consciousness.
August 8th, 2012. That's when we'll be ready. And then leading up to December 21st, 2012.
Will be when we're talking on the consciousness of man's
Right.
consciousness fields. They will be in that higher state of crossing over into that higher dimensional frequency, and from then until December is when the collective consciousness will have this harmonic convergence with the other elementals, the divas, the plant, the animal kingdoms.
So then what happens after December 21st, 2012?
We are in 5th dimensional frequencies.
What does that look like? What does that mean?
It is a pristine order of divine peace and love.
For the planet, will there be war? Is war finished? Or is it still like a transition?
It will be in transition till 2014.
But more and more
then
people will be in this frequency.
More and more will start enveloping and shifting, and so that by 2020 is when we have this crystalline frequency on an outer field. I always see amethyst energy fields, amethyst crystals within our planet. Her inner core of crystalline frequencies will start shimmering outwards, so that 2020 is our new planet.
We'll have clear vision in 2020.
Clarity.
We'll be able to really see through those dimensions.
Yeah, and the consciousness of who you're speaking with is always going to be deeply and deeply, more and more through the eyes of the infinite being of who you are.
Well, I notice when you channel, your eyes shift.
Yeah.
And what are you seeing something else?
I am seeing through a different it is me looking through you. Is as an infinite heightened being, I am speaking to the infinite being within you. So I'm seeing in your inside of you, your energies. Yeah.
But don't you want to merge, Nora, with that infinite? You don't want to just be a mouthpiece. You want to be the infinite divine essence.
Right. So,
well, you are, I mean.
Right, so less and less Nora. More and more of the frequencies and the consciousness of Nora is kind of moving off. As the left brain is becoming slighter and slighter, the right brain is the infinite consciousness.
Right.
So I'm more in an infinite Nora WalksinSpirit. Infinite one is now who I am becoming. I'm happy with that.
But we still get upset about the little petty things, right? You know.
You won't once you start moving into this frequency by the 2012.
Right.
Because you'll be in the right highest infinite consciousness. Everything just is.
But the left brain is there for a reason.
For operating the organs.
And to get us from A to B. Or from here to there. But once we're there, we don't need it to control the intuitive interactions that we have. That's what it seems like to me.
I didn't quite catch
that. No, I'm saying the left brain is there as serves a purpose of giving us directions, of the, of moving through time and space. But once we're where we need to be, we don't need it to control our reality anymore.
Right. The reality will be that you're infinite, which means you are in all places at all times, at any time.
But the body itself is still...
But the body itself becomes a vessel.
Yeah.
It's just housing. This body of Nora WalksinSpirit is housing the infinite consciousness. So if I'm to ask Alan a question, then I could be here. In reality, I'm sitting in my own house right now asking the question. The infinite consciousness will telepathically receive the thought form from you. And you, in your infinite oneness of a consciousness field, would receive the same thought form.
No, I get that. It's someplace we are like just in our own space, inner space, in a reality that's beyond time and space.
Yeah, we need to have the left brain to still operate the body, the organs. The brain has to let the heart.
Yes, and the digestive system. All. So, do you have any more? I mean, I know you have a lot, but is there any more real that you feel you want to give the world at this point?
Yeah. You don't know what I'm did you know, so that they would know that there is a gathering coming. And the gathering is the oneness consciousness from all. They are speaking through many people.
Yes.
Not just me, but that the teachings need to be integrated.
And how do we do that?
The teaching is of many lessons of letting go. We are teaching her now.
They're teaching you now to let go.
To understand the infinite oneness consciousness concepts. And so I'm getting these downloads of level 1, level 2, level 3 in booklets that will go to teach people how to let go, how to go into stillness, how to receive and symptoms that they have, the transition.
Right. What's your website?
Nora WalksinSpirit.com.
The lessons are, what are the symptoms that you mentioned?
Right now, basically, a lot of heart palpitations, tightness in the back of the neck, or the left brain right here when you start moving into a very high state. And some people have, students in my class, have a pulling on the left arm.
I see.
And it's letting go of the left.
The left brains.
These beings are pulling. Come on.
And we're coming.
Let go.
Tell them we're coming.
Let go of that thinking pattern.
Okay, we're working. We're trying to do that. Thanks for coming down.
Yes. Look forward to it.
I look forward to you coming back. And as you evolve, as the beings come through you, come back and keep amping up what people can receive from these.
Yeah. They are showing me that you have many other people that are waiting to move into this heightened state also.
Yeah. I do have many other people? Me?
Yeah.
To come on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm welcoming them. Just email me if you... No, I am serious, because I really want to make this a forum for that kind of expression to happen.
Yeah, and they need to understand the teachings that are coming through, which they're delivering to me, will help them gather this massive gathering of a oneness consciousness. It's an evolutionary journey that many light workers are setting out on, but they need to know to integrate the information into their systems.
And they integrate it by letting go and allowing it to increase.
Yeah, shift the consciousness. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for coming down. I feel very honored that you came this way to share your message.
Okay.
I've been talking to Nora WalksinSpirit, and that's her website, Nora WalksinSpirit. Nora WalksinSpirit?
NoraWalksinSpirit.com.
I'm Alan Steinfeld for New Realities. Check my website, newrealities.com, and email me at newrealities@earthlink.net. Thank you, Nora.
Thank you.
And come back.